Did you know that it's entirely possible to live a relatively normal life with just 20% of your kidney function? That's why a slow decline and progressive damage to your kidneys can easily go unnoticed for years. Even seemingly harmless daily habits can gradually harm your kidneys, and by the time the issue is detected, it might already be too late. Our kidneys are remarkable organs. They cleanse the blood, regulate hormones, absorb vital minerals, and flush out toxins. Simply put, the kidneys are just as crucial to our survival as the heart. Caring for your kidneys is directly tied to protecting your overall health and well-being. If you want your kidneys to stay strong and support you for years to come, keep watching, because in this video we're revealing the top 10 daily habits that are silently wrecking your kidney health and what you can do to avoid them for a healthier, longer life. So without wasting another moment, let's expose these sneaky culprits. Number 10. Overusing painkillers. Painkillers, especially non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs like ibuprofen, naproxen, and aspirin, are widely used for common ailments like headaches, muscle soreness, and arthritis. But frequent or long-term use of these medications can seriously harm your kidneys, especially if used without medical supervision. NSAIDs reduce inflammation by inhibiting specific enzymes, but they also reduce blood flow to the kidneys. Over time, this restricted circulation can impair kidney filtration and lead to chronic kidney disease. The kidneys rely on a stable blood supply to filter waste and maintain fluid and electrolyte balance. NSAID use interferes with this by narrowing blood vessels and limiting the oxygen and nutrients delivered to kidney tissues. Repeated exposure to this can result in acute kidney injury or a slow, permanent decline in function, particularly in people with pre-existing issues like hypertension or diabetes. Now, what's even scarier is that the damage is often silent. Symptoms like fatigue, swelling in the legs or hands, or changes in urination are usually overlooked until kidney function is already compromised. Long-term NSAID use can also raise blood pressure and cause gastrointestinal bleeding, increasing overall health risks, particularly in older adults. But there are alternatives that exist. For minor aches, physical therapy, stretching, ice, heat therapy, or dietary changes can reduce inflammation naturally. Acetaminophen, while not without its risks, may be a safer option in some cases, but only under proper guidance. If you find yourself reaching for painkillers regularly, it's a sign that something deeper may be wrong. Chronic pain should never be masked indefinitely. Instead, identify the underlying cause with your physician and develop a sustainable, kidney-safe plan. Pain relief shouldn't come at the cost of long-term organ damage. In simple words, your kidneys deserve better than being collateral damage in the fight against pain. Number 9. Eating too much protein. We all know that protein is vital for building muscle, repairing tissue, and producing enzymes and hormones. But like anything else, too much of it can tip the balance, and your kidneys are the first to feel that pressure. High-protein diets, particularly those heavy in red meat and dairy, increase the kidneys' workload by producing more nitrogenous waste. Your kidneys must work harder to flush this out, and over time, that constant strain can damage their filtering units. Excess protein also raises acid levels in the blood, contributing to a condition known as metabolic acidosis. This disrupts the body's pH balance and can accelerate the loss of kidney function. Those following intense ketogenic or low-carb, high-protein diets should be especially cautious, particularly if there's a family history of kidney disease or high blood pressure. It doesn't stop at the kidneys. Excess protein, especially from animal sources, has been linked to elevated cholesterol, increased cancer risk, and bone density loss due to calcium depletion. The body excretes calcium to balance the acidity from animal proteins, weakening bones over time. The recommended daily intake of protein for most adults is around 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight. And for someone weighing 70 kilograms, that's roughly 56 grams per day. Athletes may require more, but beyond a certain point, more doesn't mean better. It means harder work for your kidneys. Incorporating plant-based proteins like lentils, beans, tofu, quinoa, and nuts can ease the burden. These sources are less acid-forming and come packed with fiber and essential nutrients. Balancing protein intake isn't about cutting it out, it's about giving your body what it needs without overwhelming your internal systems. Protecting your kidneys means making smarter choices, not sacrificing health in the name of fitness trends. While it can be a very great treat for your taste buds, for your kidneys, it's the shortest way to meet with your creator. Number 8. Insufficient water intake. Water isn't just a drink, it's the foundation of every process your body relies on. Around 60% of the human body is water, and your kidneys depend on it to function efficiently. They filter nearly 50 gallons of blood a day, removing excess waste, toxins, and fluids. When you're not drinking enough water, that entire filtration system starts to slow down. The waste builds up, toxins linger longer, and the risk of stone formation increases. Chronic dehydration can also lead to urinary tract infections and, over time, contribute to kidney damage or failure. But kidney health isn't the only concern. Dehydration affects nearly every organ. It thickens the blood, making it harder for your heart to pump. It slows digestion, leading to constipation and bloating. It impacts your skin's appearance, your mood, energy, and even your cognitive performance. Mild dehydration alone can lead to fatigue, headaches, and impaired concentration. In some severe cases, it can result in low blood pressure, electrolyte imbalances, and organ strain. The quality of your hydration matters just as much as the quantity. Beverages like coffee, alcohol, and sugary sodas don't count toward your daily water intake and can even worsen dehydration. Plain water, herbal teas, or water-rich foods like cucumbers, melons, and oranges support real hydration. Your urine color can be a simple indicator. Light yellow means hydrated, dark amber signals dehydration. Most adults should aim for about 2 to 3 liters of water daily, adjusting based on activity level, environment, or health conditions. Making hydration a consistent habit supports not only kidney function, but your entire system. It's not just about avoiding damage, it's about giving your body the tools it needs to perform at its best every single day. As we've said before, life is pretty short, so do things that make it longer, not shorter. Number 7. Smoking and alcohol consumption. Smoking and heavy alcohol use are two habits with wide-ranging health consequences, and your kidneys pay the price more than most people realize. Smoking constricts blood vessels and reduces blood flow throughout the body, including to the kidneys. This hampers their ability to filter waste efficiently and accelerates the progression of kidney disease. Smokers are significantly more likely to develop proteinuria, protein in the urine, which is a clear marker of kidney damage. Long-term smoking also raises the risk of kidney cancer and worsens pre-existing conditions like hypertension and diabetes, further burdening the kidneys. Alcohol, especially in excess, leads to dehydration, a major enemy of kidney function. When the body lacks water, the kidneys can't flush out toxins properly, which allows harmful substances to build up. Heavy drinking can also cause a sudden drop in kidney function known as acute kidney injury. Repeated episodes of this can contribute to long-term damage. In addition, alcohol raises blood pressure and increases fat in the blood, both of which harm the kidneys over time. Combined, these two habits also impact liver function, which works closely with the kidneys in detoxifying the body. When the liver is strained, it puts even more pressure on the kidneys to compensate. The risks don't stop at the kidneys. Smoking and alcohol abuse are tied to increased risks of stroke, heart disease, certain cancers, and cognitive decline. While some suggest moderate alcohol intake may offer cardiovascular benefits, the evidence is mixed, and those potential benefits don't outweigh the risks for kidney health. For anyone serious about long-term wellness, cutting these habits entirely is one of the most impactful changes you can make. Your kidneys can't defend themselves from poison if you keep handing them the bottle or lighting the fuse. Number 6. High salt diet. Salt, or more specifically sodium, is essential for your body's basic functions, but in moderation. Most people consume far more than the recommended daily intake of 2,300 milligrams, often without realizing it. Excess sodium is especially harmful to kidney health, as it increases blood pressure and forces the kidneys to work harder to excrete the excess. High sodium levels cause water retention, which raises blood volume, putting added pressure on the kidney's delicate blood vessels. This consistent strain can lead to chronic kidney disease over time. Kidneys regulate sodium balance in the body, but when overwhelmed, their filtering capacity suffers. That can lead to fluid imbalances, swelling in the legs or face, and eventually reduced kidney performance. Individuals with existing kidney issues are particularly vulnerable to even small excesses in sodium intake. But the problem isn't just table salt. Over 70% of sodium in the average diet comes from processed and packaged foods. Everything from frozen meals and sauces to canned soups. Bread, cheese, deli meats, and condiments are common hidden sources. Even healthy foods can be loaded with sodium unless you check the label. Excess sodium not only damages the kidneys, but also increases the risk of stroke, heart failure, osteoporosis, and even worse, stomach cancer. Long-term effects include arterial stiffness and impaired cognitive function, especially in older adults. Reducing your sodium intake doesn't mean eating bland meals. Using herbs, garlic, lemon juice, or pepper adds flavor without harming your health. Cooking at home, reading food labels, and choosing fresh over processed can significantly cut down on hidden sodium. Protecting your kidneys starts with what's on your plate. Reducing salt is one of the simplest, most impactful choices you can make for long-term kidney and heart health. Number 5. Ignoring high blood pressure. High blood pressure, often called the silent killer, has a quiet way of damaging some of the body's most critical systems, especially the kidneys. You may feel completely fine even as elevated pressure slowly deteriorates the small blood vessels inside your kidneys responsible for filtration. Over time, this leads to scarring, reduced kidney function, and eventually chronic kidney disease or failure. Your kidneys require steady, healthy blood flow to function properly. When pressure in the blood vessels rises and stays elevated, it causes those vessels to harden and narrow. As this damage accumulates, the kidneys struggle to eliminate waste and excess fluid, leading to further increases in blood pressure, a dangerous cycle that can spiral out of control if left unaddressed. But it's not just kidney damage at stake. High blood pressure is also a leading risk factor for heart attacks, strokes, and cognitive decline. It's linked to vision problems and metabolic disorders. The longer it goes unchecked, the more widespread the damage becomes. Most people don't notice high blood pressure until a routine checkup or an emergency brings it to light. That's why regular monitoring is crucial. Home blood pressure monitors are affordable and easy to use. If your readings consistently exceed 130/80 mmHg, that's a sign to take action. Now, managing blood pressure involves more than medication. Cutting back on salt, maintaining a healthy weight, regular physical activity, stress reduction, and avoiding tobacco and excess alcohol all play a role. A diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and potassium helps regulate blood pressure naturally. Don't underestimate silent threats. Your kidneys may not sound alarms, but that doesn't mean they aren't under attack. Addressing blood pressure early is one of the most effective ways to preserve your kidney health for the long haul. Number 4. Lack of exercise. Physical inactivity is more than just a lifestyle choice. It's a direct contributor to multiple health issues, including chronic kidney disease. Exercise helps regulate body weight, blood pressure, and insulin sensitivity, 3 major factors that influence kidney health. Without it, fat accumulates, blood pressure rises, and insulin resistance sets in, creating a dangerous internal environment for your kidneys to navigate. Sedentary behavior increases the risk of obesity, type 2 diabetes, and hypertension. Each of these conditions on its own places stress on the kidneys, but when they combine as they often do, they greatly accelerate kidney deterioration. Inactive individuals are more likely to develop proteinuria and show signs of reduced glomerular filtration rate, an indicator of how well kidneys are working. Exercise also helps improve circulation, reduces systemic inflammation, and supports cholesterol levels. All of these benefits contribute indirectly to protecting the kidneys. Even modest activity like brisk walking, light cycling, or daily stretching can improve kidney biomarkers and reduce the risk of progression in early-stage kidney disease. Not moving doesn't just affect your physical body, it also influences mood, energy, and immune function. Depression, anxiety, and low motivation are often tied to inactivity, creating a cycle that keeps you stuck. This emotional toll can reduce self-care habits, making it more likely that kidney-harming behaviors go unchecked. The key isn't perfection, it's consistency. You don't need a gym membership or fancy gear, just 30 minutes of movement most days of the week. Whether it's walking your dog, dancing around your room, or gardening, physical activity helps your kidneys do their job more efficiently. Your kidneys are built to support a body in motion. Number 3. Holding in urine. Delaying a trip to the bathroom may seem harmless when you're caught up in work or stuck in traffic, but making a habit out of holding your urine can have real consequences. The urinary system is designed to flush out waste and bacteria. When you hold in urine for long periods, it allows bacteria to multiply within the bladder and urethra, increasing the risk of UTIs. If these infections spread upward, they can reach the kidneys and cause pyelonephritis, a serious and painful condition that can lead to long-term kidney damage if untreated. Prolonged retention of urine also stretches the bladder beyond its normal capacity, weakening the detrusor muscles that control urination. This can result in incomplete emptying of the bladder, which further promotes bacterial growth and increases pressure back up to the kidneys. Over time, this kind of stress may contribute to urinary reflux, where urine flows backward into the kidneys, creating additional strain and damage. Besides kidney concerns, chronic urine retention is linked to other dangerous conditions such as bladder dysfunction, incontinence, and even bladder stones. People who always delay urination, whether due to busy schedules or limited restroom access, face higher risks of these issues. Individuals with conditions like diabetes, prostate issues, or neurological disorders are especially vulnerable. To protect your kidneys and urinary health, respond to your body's signals in a prompt fashion. Ideally, one should urinate every 3 to 4 hours and make sure the bladder is fully emptied. Staying hydrated, practicing good hygiene, and not ignoring bathroom urges can prevent infections and reduce unnecessary kidney stress. Listening to your body's most basic signals is part of respecting your health. Something as simple as going when you need to go can save your kidneys from complications that no one wants to deal with down the road. As once a wise man said, if something comes out, don't stop it. Number 2. Excessive caffeine consumption. Well, the taste of freshly brewed coffee is amazing. In fact, for some, it's not just a beverage, it's a way to kickstart their morning. Caffeine, the active stimulant in coffee, does more than just wake you up. It impacts a lot of systems in our body, including the cardiovascular system. When we consume too much caffeine, it can raise blood pressure, which is an indirect but significant risk factor for kidney disease. Apart from that, caffeine isn't just limited to coffee. Many sodas, energy drinks, and even some teas contain high amounts of caffeine. While it may offer several benefits like improved alertness and focus, it's crucial to consume caffeine in moderation. By doing so, you can enjoy your daily cup of coffee or tea without putting your kidneys in danger. Number 1. Not getting enough sleep. Sleep is more than just rest. It's a critical process where the body repairs, balances hormones, and restores immune function. Your kidneys, just like your heart and brain, follow a circadian rhythm. This natural 24-hour cycle influences how your kidneys filter blood and regulate fluid balance. Poor or insufficient sleep disrupts this rhythm, reducing the kidney's ability to remove toxins and regulate blood pressure effectively. Studies have shown that people who consistently sleep less than 6 hours a night have a higher risk of developing reduced kidney function. Inadequate sleep affects the release of hormones that control sodium balance, inflammation, and blood sugar regulation. Over time, this leads to insulin resistance, hypertension, and a higher risk of chronic kidney disease, especially in those already at risk due to diabetes or cardiovascular problems. Beyond kidneys, poor sleep weakens your immune system, increases cortisol levels, and contributes to mood disorders like depression and anxiety. It also impairs memory, attention, and decision-making, turning everyday tasks into cognitive hurdles. Fatigue builds up, and chronic exhaustion starts to wear down your body in ways that compound over time. Quality sleep means more than just lying in bed for 8 hours. It includes consistent sleep schedules, limiting screen exposure before bed, avoiding caffeine late in the day, and ensuring your environment supports uninterrupted rest. Sleep apnea, where breathing repeatedly stops during sleep, is another serious risk factor that both disrupts rest and damages kidneys due to oxygen deprivation. Your kidneys need rest just like the rest of you. Prioritizing healthy sleep isn't indulgent, it's essential. By making sleep a non-negotiable part of your health routine, you're giving your kidneys and your entire body the time they need to heal, balance, and protect you. If you've enjoyed watching this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for joining us on this journey, and we'll see you soon in the next one.